for the magic. And of course you see the statue. Some of the drivers refer to that as southern exposure. And sure enough, we're headed due north. But we're still far enough in the deep south that we can enjoy tropical treats growing from trees in our own backyard. Those are what bananas look like before they get to Publix. Up ahead is Palmer Avenue, and it's my job to get us under that little bridge. It's a bit of a challenge, especially for the newer drivers. This is the last thing that you learn in Winter Park Scenic Boat Tour driving school. I'm a proud graduate, and I work hard on my skills. In fact, I grade myself every hour. I got a B- last hour. Let's see what this hour brings. Well, I'm thinking this could be an A. Yeah, it is. Oh, B+, B+. This is an F. See that? That's not my work. We did not hire that guy. Say hello to the children of the corn on the right. Don't know what else to call them. They showed up 6-8 weeks ago, unannounced, and somebody thinks it's fun to move them around in various spots in the canal, just to make it extra spooky. And I suppose that will continue through Halloween at least. Now this canal has its own set of secrets. Number one, it disappeared 20 years ago. It wasn't a magic trick, it was a drought. We had so little rain in 2000 that we didn't have a canal here. What we had here was a ditch. But the city of Winter Park, in its wisdom, came through here as a dry canal when they had full access, and they repaired the canals. They came in here with huge sheets of corrugated steel, drove them 13 feet into the ground to the right and the left, and they came by with this nice, complete, soft, forgiving wood bumper, which we enjoy as drivers. They were supposed to give us a little bit more room on the downside, the bottom side, to give us a little bit more water in here to compensate for dry times. They tried, they dug a little bit, but guess what happened? Rain, a bunch of it. So just what happened is the canal filled in. Here we are, same as it ever was, looking at 4.5 to 5 feet of water in here. That's enough, but we do have to watch the rain gauge. What you should be watching here, every chance you get, is to the right of the boat, this lovely street called Alabama Drive. Used to serve as the driveway for a 1920s luxury hotel called the Alabama. But today, it's just one of our prettiest streets, just right for a morning walk, run, bike ride, or just fire up the old Plymouth and take a spin down Alabama Drive. You will not regret it. Now there's another secret in the canal. It's called two-way traffic. Now we're the largest boats in here, but that doesn't give us the right of way. We have to just work things out. Little boats, jet skis, kayaks and that, they can usually duck into one of these boathouses if they're open. That's fine. Bigger boats, we have a little conversation. Or if they present right here, we can pass them easily. But if we can't figure it out, we'll just back up to make way and make nice. That's our plan B. We don't charge anything extra for that little backwards parade. Sometimes all of our boats are in reverse, going back through that little bridge. Now I showed you the Rollins boathouse that sits on campus, but they have another one here, to the right, where you see the big racks. This is the boathouse where the crew team hangs out. Crew, of course, is rowing. You cannot row in this narrow canal. The oars would basically get in your way. For that, you need a big open body of water, and it just so happens we have just such a thing up ahead around this bend. Coming up is Lake Maitland. Now, Lake Maitland is the largest in the chain. It's 455 acres. Half of it sits in Winter Park, where we are. Half of it is in the city to our north, which is called Maitland, and that's, of course, where the name comes from. Now, one of my favorite things on the tour is exploring and exposing the secrets of Winter Park. By the way, your $14 gets you complete and utter waving privileges. You can wave at anyone at any time. It's a friendly enough town that most people wave right back. Okay, secrets of Winter Park. I think this little park qualifies. It's on the maps, but you might not spot it because it's tiny. This is Craft Azalea Garden, and there's the secret right there, the azaleas. Every spring they bloom for about 6 weeks. It's a riot of color, white, pink, red. But even when the flowers aren't active, we have these old-growth cypress trees. Some of these guys are 1,000 years old. It's a lovely spot, some would even say romantic, and we have our share of weddings right here in the park. Let me show you where they happen. See the columns? That's called the exedra, and that's where the couples exchange vows. Ooh, what's going on here? Is it something? Could be, it could be. Or maybe it's just a photo op for a upcoming wedding. Hard to tell. But anyway, if it's a wedding, it's not going to last long. This is true, I'm sorry to say, yeah. That's the secret about getting married here. It's mostly a seating issue. There are 12 park benches in there. None of them faces the etc. So that's strike one. Strike two is the bathroom issue. There are 2. For anybody attending your wedding and everybody who's playing in the park. So that doesn't work out so well. And that's why the ceremonies are short. Not the marriages. No. Come on. There's no Craft Azalea Garden curse, if that's what you're after. Treetops, you can spot the red roof of the Alabama. That's that luxury hotel that used to be served by Alabama Drive as a driveway. Please don't refer to it as a Red Roof Inn. A little more elegant than that. Now in 1921, when they built the place, there was somebody's house in the way. That's typical Winter Park. The move of this place was a little less stressful, a little bit less dramatic. There were no barges or saws involved, just a gentle push down the road. That little place is still in the neighborhood, and of course so is the Alabama. But today, since the 1970s, these are condos. But they still maintain the beauty, the elegance of the Roaring 20s. Look at the lawn and look at the building. Now, we are not permitted to have favorite homes on the tour. It just wouldn't be right, but you don't have to follow our stinking rules. So may I present Villa Toscana. It is a boathouse you could live over. There's a pool house to the left, and up the hill is the main house. But whoa. Look at the hill. That's clearly the star of the show. But maybe that's not your style, so how about this place just 3 doors down with the columns and the main house in the middle. 2-story guest cottage left. Tennis court, pool, and the pool house. Well, I don't know about you, but after the last trip of the day, I'd like to just settle down in one of those 2 Adirondack chairs. But that would require an invitation. And so far, at least, nada. So drink it in. This may be as close as any of us ever gets.